Welcome to another episode of TNT Unpacked. We are your hosts, Justin Collymore and Rochelle Amore.
Hey.
Today we are talking about the TIC convention, the Trade and Investment Convention, which was held at the Center of Excellence. Rochelle and I were there, we attended, and we'd like to go through our top 10 favorite exhibitions that we saw, both new businesses and established businesses.
So it was really interesting checking out the business scene in Trinidad and Tobago at the Center of Excellence because, the economy isn't great right now. So at first glance, you might have expected not a great turnout. We just didn't expect it to be as amazing as it was. The team at TIC did a great job. There were so many booths. How many booths were there?
I think there may have been over 200 booths at the whole thing.
It was crazy because we walked in and it was just ram-packed.
Yeah.
Not just exhibitors, but also members of the public came in on Saturday and Sunday. Mm-hmm. There was a lot of business-to-business action happening, a lot of networking going on.
Yeah.
It was really great. So,
a lot of free things.
A lot of free things. What did you get?
I got bags, pens, more bags. What else did I get? You got toilet paper.
I did. That was great. Food. We got
useful.
Food too, right?
Free food. Iraq was giving out free chicken.
Yeah. Popcorn. I think we saw popcorn at one point.
Popcorn was happening.
A lot of samples.
Lots of sampling.
Basically, if you've been having a hard time, you could have gone to this trade show and eaten for the day comfortably.
Yeah.
Like, you could have eaten for the whole weekend. It was so much free
It was a cool show, and there was actually a fairly large international presence at the TIC. We met with people from Venezuela, Costa Rica, Haiti. I think I spoke to somebody from Peru. I might be wrong.
Yeah, I saw a business card with Peru on it. There was also Dominican Republic, Grenada, Ghana, apparently Jamaica. Yeah, there were a lot of representatives, and it's amazing how much we're doing business around the world. We really need to push for that and open up ourselves to trade.
Yeah, and like Ruben said, in the Brexit episode, a lot of people, a lot of trainees in particular, we don't recognize the power of globalization and doing that international business. So I think, this TIC definitely showed how you can utilize those contacts.
Yeah, even on a small scale, you don't have to be manufacturing 1 million bottles of something at a time. Like, these people in these countries have their individual stores and they love to have a little Caribbean flavor in there, Yeah. Not to be confused with the actual brand Caribbean flavors. But as much as it was an amazing turnout by all the businesses, we did come across 10 really interesting exhibitions of new businesses and well-established businesses that had a really modern and interesting take on the landscape that we thought was worth mentioning.
Yeah.
And I think we're just doing this episode to get people aware of all the amazing things that are happening in the field of business and TNT. And all the young entrepreneurs that are out there doing their thing. I think that was amazing to see.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, especially nowadays, they realize that they need to go out on their own and try something, but they don't realize how many other people are doing it and how diverse business is in Trinidad, especially new businesses.
Exactly. We like to think of ourselves as a bit old-fashioned and maybe backward to some extent, but TNT has a lot of amazing talent, and I think this convention was a great example of that.
So coming in at number 10...
in no particular order.
This is in no particular order, so nobody feel any kind of way. Coming in at number 10, we have Calypso Grill Experience. They did a dasheen chocolate chip cookie. I did not know such things existed.
Me either.
Which is produced by Y Chance in Tobago, Mount Grace, Tobago, actually. And you can reach them at 354-4815 or 787-0869, and all of this information is going to be in the description, so you can check that out. Rochelle and I saw these cookies. They cost $5 for 2 at the booth. I paid for it, but I actually didn't even get to taste them, so Rochelle will have to tell you more because she didn't allow me to have any.
Okay, first of all, that was a gift. Every now and again, you can show some appreciation and stop being such an ass.
I just hope that you also gift me in the future.
I always gift you. Always gift you. Anyway, the point is, this booth was part of the Tobago exhibition. They had a fairly decent sized space.
Tobago had a lot going on, actually.
They did.
Yeah. There was some cocoa products,
there
I
was
think.
there was some good chocolate happening.
Yes.
There were some cassava products, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And there was some fashion. There was like a fashion line or two. Yeah. Do you remember that?
There probably was.
Yeah.
There was so much going on at the TIC conference. It's hard to remember everything that you saw.
It's true. It's true. But no, the Tobago showing was pretty great. And
Yeah.
so we think that that was definitely worth shouting out. It's not just Trinidadians who are doing big things in business. Tobagoans are also making great use of their local products. So yeah, that was number 10. Number 9 was one of my favorites. Sport TT came out and there were some nice water bottles on display. But the catch was that you had to row. There was a rowing machine. So if you've ever seen House of Cards, that old machine that the guy uses. What's his name again?
I've never seen House of Cards.
Hey, you've never seen House of Cards. You're crazy.
There's rowing machines involved?
Yeah, he has a rowing machine. And so the machine that he uses, you had to go on that for 3 minutes to win the water bottle. Of course, I did not do it. But it
Wait,
was
was it a nice water bottle, like a plastic? Are we talking plastic or glass?
I mean, it was like heavy, thick plastic.
I guess that's.
And it was like a
nothing.
pretty color. So, you know, 3 minutes of rowing. But it was great to see them getting people active, even in a small way. And I know that the Sport TT team is doing a lot for sport around the region. And there were also some really lovely painted, like, postcards, but very artsy, with our national sporting heroes on them.
Yeah, as an athlete, their booth definitely resonated with me.
As an athlete?
Yeah.
In what? Like pie eating competitions?
Table tennis,
Oh,
esports.
esports.
Yeah.
Well, tell me a little bit more about these esports.
Number 8, in no particular order, obviously, we have First Citizens. So they actually had an interesting board game setup. The floor in their booth was set up like a Monopoly board. We actually didn't play the game, but I believe it was to educate people on making financial decisions and planning, etc. So it was a really creative way to get people involved and interacting with them and learning
How to save and how to
save
bank.
and
I mean, we wanted to play, but the game was full. The list of, it was full.
everybody wanted to play, so it was hard for us to jump in.
Yeah, but it was really cool. And I think First Citizens has been really creative in trying to get financial awareness out there and, you know, get people like us to really engage with them and their services. So shout out to that kind of innovation. Another big player that was there and was really engaging with the attendees was Nestle. They set up a bone density testing station.
Can I just take a moment to clarify? Is it Nestle or Nestles?
I want to say it's Nestle.
It's Nestle, right? Because I
it?
kept hearing people say Nestles.
Is it Nestle? Like there's an accent somewhere in there, no?
I believe there is. But I think as a nation, we need to clarify this.
We do. We need to have a
I
convention
would say
just
it's
for
one
Nestle.
of the most important issues right now.
I think it is. I mean, the economy, not that important.
Not that important.
Politics, whatever.
Yeah.
But
need
Nestle
to know-
versus Nestles is pressing.
Yeah.
So let's get our good friends over at Nestle/Nestles on this at some point and find out, get to the bottom of this mystery, yeah?
Yeah.
But in the meantime, they did some pretty great work with bone density testing, and there was a nutritionist on hand to help people understand.
So there was like a machine that you put your foot into,
Yeah.
and it gives you your bone density measurement. I don't know what the correct terminology is.
Yeah, we don't know much about anything.
Yeah.
We just know what we saw.
Yeah.
And it seemed really interesting. There was a line of people waiting to get tested. And I think they've done a lot of good work in terms of health and wellness awareness. And this was just another example.
Coming in at number 6, we have Eline Commerce. They help you to create your own Eline store. So essentially, you're getting a fully integrated storefront and local delivery. They offer different packages. I can't remember what the prices are, but it depends on how much you're looking to sell, etc., etc. So if you have a small business and you're looking for, distribution solutions, check them out.
This is an online storefront they're providing.
Yeah, so basically what they do is they set the storefronts up for you, they post all your products, and they also help you with delivery. So
Wow. All right.
it's a good deal.
It's a good way. Yeah.
So you can check them out at elinecommerce.com, and their number is 288-5123.
I like that because I like that we're using technology more and more in businesses. And I think Trinidadians are starting to get used to the idea of actually putting their credit card information online
Yeah.
or shopping online locally. I know there was some kind of tax situation with shopping online abroad.
Yeah.
So to avoid that, just shop online at home. So speaking of new companies that were at the exhibition, one of them was our sponsor for this week's episode.
Edgemore Technical Recruitment Limited.
Yeah, so let's get a quick word from them in.
At Edgemore, we connect technically skilled people and companies who need them. We are a recruiting firm specializing in technical fields in sectors like oil and gas, manufacturing, IT, construction, and renewable energy. To find out more about what we do and how we do it, you can find us on Facebook or visit our website at edgemorelimited.com.
Thank you to Stephanie Edgehill. She is the Director of Recruitment at Edgemore Technical Recruitment Limited.
All right, check them out, guys. Looking for a job. Okay, so coming in at number 5 was Simply Intense Media.
I really like them.
Yeah, they were really fun. Down to earth, young people just doing their thing. Really quality stuff.
Yeah, they have a high standard, and you can tell that they put a lot of effort into their graphic design.
What they do is they're a creative innovation agency, and they help you with your business strategy. They do your visuals, your interactive designs for your websites. They're very progressive in that sense. They do apps, social media marketing. They work with game developers, app developers. So yeah, a lot happening over there.
Yeah, when we were at their booth, they basically showed us some of the work that they did for their clients, and it's really top level stuff.
Yeah, I mean, they've done stuff for regional clients as well, not just local.
Yep.
So sometimes, we think, oh, it's local, it's not great. It's important to remember that we have amazing world-class talent right here at home with these young people doing their thing. So shout out to Simply Intense. Their website is simplyintense.com. You can email them at info@simplyintense.com or call them up at 221-6175.
Number 4, we have MDCUM. As you know, they do office furniture and things like that. But we actually spoke to them at the trade show, and apparently there was a warehouse fire some time ago. How long ago was it?
A couple of years ago, maybe?
A couple of years ago, and they've managed to bounce back, and they're doing really well. So congrats to them. When we visited their booth, one of the guys was showing me this very comfortable chair, and Christmas is coming up, Rochelle. So, maybe get in touch with him, and
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah. They have some good stuff. A lot of their chairs were very comfortable. We tried out a few of them.
We sat for most of this convention, is what Justin's trying to say.
But if you're looking for office furniture, you don't have to resort to buying something from abroad and shipping it in, because we know that can be pricey. Check out MDCUM. Their stuff is locally made, locally manufactured.
Custom designs
Yeah.
as well, yeah. So, I mean, I think that's a great example of how businesses run into setbacks, and sometimes shit happens and you just have to keep on moving, and it's not always easy. So shout out to them. At number 3, remember this is in no particular order, we have the Yap box coming out from MG Concepts Trinidad Limited. They essentially set up a very simple, kind of like a Lynx machine contraption.
It's very small, yeah.
It's very small, and what it is just a computerized review. What is that word?
I guess review application.
Yeah, it's like an app for reviews.
Yeah, so, for example, if you want to give feedback on this event, there's a station you can go to, and I believe there's 4 options you can choose. I might be wrong.
Yeah, there were 4.
There's 4 options you can choose. And it's really simple. You just press how you feel, what do you think about this event?
Yeah, so it was like good, very good, excellent, poor, something like that. And they were like smiley faces, and they were color coded.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're looking to get an automated, easy way for customers to provide feedback at your business, you can check out the Yap box at theyapbox.com. Their number is 795 5669. They're located on Dinsley Avenue in Trent City. So it's really easy. I mean, if you go to a restaurant and you're owner of a restaurant and you even want the children or younger people to give feedback, it's easy for them to use. It's easy for older people to use. You don't have to spend time writing down on a form and then sticking it in, and then you know the waitress, so you put it in and they can read. You know, it's not really, it's a very clumsy system that we have in terms of feedback and customer service.
But this automates everything, so you get all the data and you can examine it and do what you like.
Yeah, and speaking of like getting that feedback and maybe not always knowing what to do with it as a company, we do want to shout out real quick. I think the name of the company is Qure, Qure. Their tagline is more than just research, but I did work with them years ago, and they're great for data analysis. They're great for basically using big data and telling you what that means and how that can benefit your company. Because I don't know if we have a big research culture internet in the corporate world. Even small businesses can take advantage of feedback and translate that into making their business better. So check out Qure.
Number 2, this was really interesting for, I think, most people that were at the trade show. Fojo Design and Development, we're talking about 3D printing. They had 3D printers set up, big ones, small ones. And I think the big question for a lot of people is, well, how does 3D printing fit into my life? It seems like, well, it's a cool idea. It's very novel. And, the idea of creating a 3D object is very interesting. But we actually want to talk to them some more to get some better insight into how 3D printing can, be useful to us and how we can utilize it. So you can check them out at fojo3dprinting.com. So that's Fojo, Fojo, number 3, D, printing.com. If that didn't make sense, just check out the show notes and you will see all the information that we speak about. The number 621-1259 or 621-2794.
In no particular order, once again, coming in at number 1 of our list of favorite business exhibitions at the TIC trade show is Turn It Down Events. Turn It Down Events is bringing the concept of silent parties to the Caribbean. And if you don't understand what that means, you might have seen it on television. A bunch of people with headphones on in a club, but there's no music out loud. Everything, they're hearing the DJ and the music through the headphones. So it reduces noise pollution. It's a really interesting, fun concept. And I think there's a sense of kind of like being in the zone, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I was really wondering why, who were all these people running around with headphones? Because I believe they were giving them out for people to try. So, but I was seeing like kids and older people and, everyone just like walking around the whole event wearing these things. So, like you say, I think it's definitely good for, reducing noise pollution and things like that.
I'm really curious to see if we're going to bring this concept to any of the carnival fats. Like, how would you do that?
Yeah.
There's always complaints on the avenue and stuff of noise pollution. So this might be a good idea for like these smaller clubs. But when it comes to bigger events, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe one day. We'll see.
Maybe.
Yeah, but okay, so you can check them out if you're interested in having a small party with Turn It Down events. So if you're a party promoter and you want to get in on this action, you can check them out at turnitdownevents.info, or you can call them at 645-9418.
So apart from that, we have some businesses that we wanted to give a shout out to for making our experience at TIC more fun, more enjoyable. This is a really interesting one. We have Arawak Limited. Essentially, they had a very laid back and a very down to earth vibe to them. We spoke to some of the guys at their booth, and I think they were having maybe the best time at the TIC than
they could have easily been in St. James on a corner.
Yeah.
Like, they were having a good time.
They were having a blast. But you know what? It's good because they were providing free chicken. So, I mean, they were sharing that positive energy with everybody.
There you go. They also gave away bags, little token bags with tons of stuff in there. There was like a recipe book happening that my mom really liked. There were some like notepads and pens and a bottle opener. It was good stuff. It was great stuff. Thank you, Arawak, for bringing that positivity, and shout out to Mr. Michael Cipriani, who was also
also having a good time.
Also having a really good time. If you were looking for somewhere to work, honestly, I would suggest Arawak.
That seems to be the place to be.
I think it is. I think we need to get on this action.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I want to say a special thank you to the Coffee Pros for providing me with constant Hershey's Slurpees.
I may have had 17 Hershey's Slurpees throughout
Yeah.
the 4 days.
I think you had more than that.
It might be more.
Yeah. There was cookies and cream and chocolate.
I'd just like to take this moment to apologize to everybody at the Coffee Pros team. I know that I was just being very obnoxious and that I was just there for the free Slurpees.
But you and everybody else, though.
That's true.
And I feel like it was fine because there were little chairs that you could have sat on. They were very open about it.
It was really cool. They had like a self-service bar.
Yeah. There was coffee. There were donuts.
I may have also had 17 donuts.
Yeah. I mean, it's showing. I'm still seeing the donuts.
Yeah, I can still feel them inside of me.
Yeah. But I mean, no, that was really cool of you guys to come out and provide that service for us and show us what you're about. So shout out to you.
And finally, we would just like to do a shout out to the whole TIC team for putting everything together. It was really well done. And, I think the conference is a really amazing opportunity for any entrepreneur, any, business person to network and learn about what other people are doing, get in touch with their products, talk to the people that run these things. It's really eye-opening.
And like you're saying, Justin, I think it's a great learning experience because a lot of the times in Trinidad and Tobago and even the Caribbean, we have a very competitive attitude when it comes to business, and people are very hush-hush and they don't want you to be in tune with what they're doing and they don't want you to use their, strategies. But collaboration was the name of the game. I saw one booth had 4 businessmen underneath it and they all put up to rent this booth and they were all pushing their products. And I mean, it's a great example of how collaboration can help ourselves and our businesses, and we can help each other and it can be really great.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's it for our top 10 exhibitors at the Trade and Investment Convention. It was an overwhelmingly positive experience for both of us, and I imagine for everybody who was there. Again, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Edgemore Technical Recruitment Limited, and we hope that you come out to the TIC next year.